Do y'all remember when the Fantastic Four was escaping a military place and they all got held up by a gun? Even though the thing was right there? But they just wanted to talk her out of it. I know the movies are old, but have you ever sat back and thought about how strong the original Fantastic Four was in a live action series? Let's get it. I thought this would be fun to do. Right off gate, you're probably thinking, oh, they're not that strong. They're nowhere near their comic book counterparts. Well, that is true, but you will probably be surprised on how strong they actually are. Let's get it. One thing I gotta admit, even though there's issues with the movie, they still have like the same basic principles, like him being the brute of the group, him being the smartness of the group, her being the most versatile of the group, and still pretty powerful overall, I would say, in the group, and him being the flame manipulator, hothead, bad boy, bad butt type of character, They literally went on a space adventure. A cosmic storm was in play. They actually got hit with the cosmic storm before the shields could close and before they could get safe. Two, all of them getting hit, invisible. Stretcho, flames, epic. Before we get started, there was a point in the movies where their powers got swapped thanks to the Silver Surfer making their molecules unstable. But their feats should be applied even if I bring up the other character having a character's power. There was a point where Johnny had got all the powers of every member of the Fantastic Four and became the ultimate Fantastic Four overpowered member. Ain't that cool? Let's start off with physical strength with the Thing. The physical hulkling of the group who break through brick walls, breaks locked doors off their hinges with ease, lifts this crazy amount of weight, the London Eye, which is something that exists in real life, which we actually can get a measurement on it. Yes, this London Eye actually has an official weight. That's over 2,000 tons, and he lifted it up. Casual feats like fire hydrant heads, he just kicks off with ease, and able to spray the water like that with his foot. Casually, he can flip cars like it ain't nothing, not afraid to punch through walls, get punched. He can just do casual stuff to the wall like that and indent the wall. You know you're strong to where Reed can soften the blow and you still go flying. He's strong enough to crumble up cars into small balls. Nothing but raw strength. He did this to Johnny's car, man. Compacted it like that. It's hard to contain your power when you're this strong and you bite the fork apart. Having strength like this has its pros and cons, like making your own orange juice. They was testing his durability. He did that to a chair. Plus, we all remember that time when he stopped that fire truck from falling off the bridge with his strength, caving in the ground doing so, rips the door off a truck, ripping the steering wheel off, and the chair. And he's durable enough to shrug off bullets. This truck was about to ram into him. He said, nah, I gotta stop it completely. Tractor trailer truck, power. Big slab of concrete was flying towards him. He's durable enough to withstand stuff like that. That was a thick piece of concrete too. Y'all remember that time he had to catch the tail of a helicopter? That like that. Too much strength. While it is true that Doom was a team effort in this movie, the Thing could fight him one-on-one pretty freaking good on his own, cracking the ground. Raw strength like that. Doing all that damage, slugfesting each other. He seems to be resistant to heat. He's so strong to even bears know what time it is. He simply growled at the bear and the bear was like, oh, I don't want none of that smoke. But what about the other members? You guys know the other members are pretty good themselves when it comes to their abilities like stretching like Stretcho. But if we're being honest, the main thing he specializes in is actually something that's unrelated to his powers like stretching. But his smartness is what he specializes in. Essentially becoming a rubber man, basically. Even being able to go flat to where you can go under a door. Or very convenient stuff like that. Normal everyday things is easier when you can do this and shave. This comes in handy when people are out of range and he wants to save them. But to be honest, one of his most impressive feats, his occasion was a powerhouse of the group, was kind of going ape crap on him. And he was able to actually restrain a guy that I showed in this video already that was able to lift 2,000 tons. Yep. To where he finally calmed him down in a full Nelson like this. And it's consistent because he did something similar to Doom, stretching around him like a doggone sheet and rolling. Due to his rubbery nature, he might be the most durable out of the group when it comes to his pure skin rubbery nature. His fighting speed is decent how he reacted to electricity here. When Johnny had Reed Richards' powers because of the power mess-ups in the movie, he withstands that long fall because he's rubbery. He's very smart to where he creates a hologram to treat guests when they want to be bothered. The military actually went to him for help. With all their resources, they went to him because he's smart. Built something that can track the cosmic storm. That. Even though I admit Silver Surfer is stronger than all the Fantastic Four members, he was still smart enough to build something that could separate Silver Surfer from his board. This is the type of stuff he does in comics, so no surprise. Extreme intelligence. Yeah, he has a lot of similarities to Iron Man when it comes to his intellect. He even built a super high-tech car like the Fantastic car that can split into pieces like this. Ha, yeah. The Invisible Woman of the group is definitely the most versatile. Notice how she turns other things invisible. She can turn the wall invisible to where she can just see right through it. Stuff like this is very useful when you're trying to sneak past stuff.
Did you know I could create a force field inside someone's body and expand it until they explode?
When Doom tried to impale the thing, she was able to shield it with her force field. It's almost like she has super strength because she can do superhuman stuff with her force fields, like blasting and slowing down a helicopter like this. Or just simply trap you in bubbles and you can't do jack. Or put you in the force field and force you to talk to him, even if you don't want to listen. Car explosions, she's able to contain the blast so it won't hit nobody else. Able to blast like that. Blast Dr. Doom like that and shatter a window in the process. And when it comes to Johnny Storm, even when he's not completely flamed on at all, his temperature can go up to 209 degrees just chilling. Can you imagine going on a camping trip with power like this? Just can pop popcorn passively. Isn't that epic? But when they was really measuring their heat to the fullest degree, he can reach heat so hot to where he can approach the heat of the sun and melt titanium. Yeah, he's in titanium. Yeah, the heat gets crazy. Not only was he kind of outrunning a missile, it was a heat seeking when that tracks him. He simply heated up something else with his blast power, so it would go after that heat. It's pretty smart. We never got to see the full nature of this universe's version of Human Torch fully explored, but it's implied he had enough raw power to destroy the planet or the surface of the planet, even in this universe.
Any hotter and you're approaching supernova. That's the temperature of the sun.
But you can set fire to Earth's atmosphere and destroy all human life as we know it.
So he clearly has a lot of destructive power, setting fire to the Earth's atmosphere, they said. He's fast enough to knock over cars, and he can casually fly fast enough to keep up with airplanes. And he can fly and give Silver Surfer a boost when he was having trouble getting to Galactus. Y'all remember when Dr. Doom, in this universe that's nothing like the one in the comics, got the power of the Silver Surfer, stole his power? That's something that the comic one does. That's the one thing he does, right? This is kind of where we get an idea of how strong this team is in general working together. When they was talking about options on how they was going to take out Doom when he had the power of the Silver Surfer, they implied if they all could get close enough, they could work together to take him down.
He's too strong for me. If I could get close enough, but he could see me coming from a mile away.
It would take all of us.
And considering that he can rip apart mountains when he had the power of Cosmic, the Fantastic Four said they could take him on if they could get close enough. It says a lot about the Thing, Invisible Woman, and everybody's power overall. Not to mention this universe's version of the Silver Surfer and Dr. Doom feats should be applied to one another. Dr. Doom literally had this guy's power, so maybe Dr. Doom didn't know how to use it to its fullest extent or whatever. But Galactus was literally about to eat the world, literally, like a biscuit. Silver Surfer released so much energy it was implied to be a kamikaze self-deletion type of attack. This big, and this is the same guy Doom had his power from. A dude that can make explosions the size bigger than the Earth itself, boom. But when the whole team got their powers merged into one body, there's heavy implications that they was comparable to Doom to some degree, who had the Silver Surfer's power that can make explosions that were the size of a planet. Heck, Silver Surfer even defeated this universe's version of Galactus. This lets you know how strong the Thing and everyone is. I'm not going to say the powerhouses of the Fantastic Four are planet busters, but they technically, shouldn't they be multi-continental or continental or country level at the very least when it comes to how much power they can produce? As you can see, attacks actually hurt, can't really break out of the grip. Combos, was able to mess up the device that was wielding him to his board. How strong do you think this universe's version of the Fantastic Four is? They seem pretty strong, but they didn't really get explored, only 2 movies. What do you think? Do you think the Thing can punch a city in half, or you think that's a bull crap? The best lifting stuff, I don't think it scratched the surface on what he's capable of. They implied it wasn't a mismatch in comparison to Silver Surfer put all together. Overall, of course, Silver Surfer was above them, but altogether they implied to be somewhat of a match for being this powerful. I mean, it's not like it's not comic accurate for them to give Silver Surfer issues in the comics as a team. We've seen Reed Richards with his brain and stuff do crazy stuff in the comics, like on my channel, but that could be just me. What do you guys think? I also have to give a quick shout out to everybody that has took the time to donate to the channel. Helps out a lot, believe it or not. Respect them though. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.